Hello again and welcome to another tutorial video. It's your boy eldohradoproductions. In this video, I'm going to show you quick and simple how I find the key of my tracks and potentially the tempo of my tracks. In the past, I've done a video about this. Normally, from I started recording and start using Pro Tools. I've used many other DAWs, but I'm most proficient in Pro Tools. I have been using Pro Tools. Every studio that I went, I see Pro Tools. So it just led to me just using it more and more, and I became proficient in it. But that's not what we are here today. I've acquired an upgraded version of a plugin that really works in Magic. Well, actually, I have two plugins. One of the plugin that finds the key of the track and potentially the tempo, and the other find the key of the track. So these two plugins, I use it on many of my tracks since of late. The second plugin that I will be showing, I've recently acquired that plugin. I think it's of February of this year, and I've used it and utilize it on many of my tracks. What I use it to do, it's for an entirely different video. So for this, we're just going to focus on key finding and tempo. So the first plugin that I have on my list is Auto Key from Antares. So this one has a little bit more stuff to it other than the first one that I've initially used. This one, you have two ways that you can do, three ways. You can listen to the track, you can drag and drop, or you can do it manually and send it to all of the auto tunes. So for this particular one, I should change it to the stereo version. So let me change to Auto Key stereo instead of left and right. So for the first one, let us listen to the track. All right, so as you can see, for this particular track, it finds the key of the track in which it is A minor, but the relative key, it also finds it where you can switch it vice versa. I like this because there are times when you're trying to find the key of a track, but some of the notes are slightly off, especially when the artist is singing or rapping, whatever the case might be. So, or the DJ, whatever the case might be. So as for the tempo, it has room to be desired because this originally is not the tempo. The tempo is 96 BPM per minute, and what I found out to be the problem, sometimes you have to do it multiple times in order to get the correct tempo. So let us continue from this section in the track. As you can see, it finds the tempo of the track. So this helps to speed up your workflow in a sense where as in it helps with the tempo. Because normally I would drag the stereo instrumental onto virtual DJ and it just finds the tempo really fast. So I've been doing that for many years. Actually from the start record on Pro Tools, it has been doing that. So that was my way. But since I found this, I know that they're going to do some changes to this particular plugin so it accurately read the instrumental. For this particular one, what I normally do, I have an Auto-Tune EFX Plus here. So as you can see, it is in C major. What I would do is send to Auto-Tune and it does the same here. For the information has to do with the BPM, I normally like to put the BPM of my track that I'm working with. It is good to leave the key and the tempo in the track. So I like to work like that. As it relates to the tempo, reason being, I like to have my reverb and delays, especially delays, on time for the artist. And especially during copy and paste section in Pro Tools, when I'm working on a track, it helps when I switch to grid mode. So enough about that. Let us use another plugin, this plugin on another beat. Okay, let's press listen. Waiting for transport, so I'm going to press play. Restart. And it finds the tempo of the track. Originally, I'm not sure if this is a tempo, but it gets as close to it as possible. In the event that you're unsure, drag it to virtual DJ and you will see it. But in most use cases, what I find this turn out to be is best if you put it on a busy section of the track. It works best with the tempo section in a busy section of the track. The next plugin that I will be looking at, so as you can see, it has a similar look like Auto Key, may not have some of the bells and whistle, but this do work in the same way as Auto Tune. So I bought this plugin in February of 2024, depending on the time that you're watching this video, and it's a two-piece plugin. So this part is the scale part and this part is the tuning part. There are some vocals that I'm working on that it doesn't sound the way how I really need it to be within the recording stage. So when I'm recording, what I normally do, I switch to live. So it uses less CPU and just focus on mostly tuning the vocals. For this particular track, let us play BX Crispy Scale and select Detect Track. So let me go back to the beginning and start. As you can see, it detects the scale of the track and in 3 different keys, and you see the percentage amount, the root, the scale, and also the reference, meaning that the pitch that is on the keyboard to make it more understandable. Using this plugin, being as it gives so much options, what I normally do is have this loaded and then I click applied, send to Crispy Tuner, and it changes. And I will click apply here, send to Crispy Tuner, it changes, click apply, send to Crispy Tuner, and it changes. So these are the 2 plugins that I record with, used to detect the key of my stereo tracks before I start to record. As it relates to tuning and other stuff with these plugins, I will do that in a separate video, but thank you for watching. See you in another video.